I've got the motor back in the truck. Again, this is an 89 GM 3500. I got the 350. It had a 454 in it. I took the 454 out. It was blown up. I couldn't find another one. So I ended up buying, I think I bought 3 trucks in total to put it back together. I paid $500 for all of them. $700 for this one. This one was supposed to have a pretty good 350 in it, one of the junkers I bought. The other junker I bought had the nv4500 in it, 5-speed. So anyways, I've got my slave cylinder mounted, and it's you can get that pretty easily tangled up in the wiring harness as it comes across. It actually kind of sits in behind the block. Got a few more wires and stuff I've got to clean up in here. I've heard people say on the internet that you got to change motor mounts and towers and bell housings. That's not true. That's Ford. Maybe Dodge. I want to work on Dodges. I did Fords. Oh God, I've fixed up a lot of Fords. Those you change everything on. You change literally everything. This was pull the 350 out. I took and did some quick measurements. The motor mounts and the frame were the same. Everything just bolted right in. The transmissions were all 27.5 inches long. Everything just bolted on. There was really no messing around. My other video, I talked about doing the clutch bracket in the cab, which was a bit of a trick. There is some differences in the air conditioning from a 94 to an 89. I still don't have that all hooked up exactly quite right. There's something different in this little bit right here. The tank was a little different. I couldn't get this air box on. The air box was missing on this one, so I changed the coolant tank out. Nothing really major. Going from the 454 to the 350, there was some differences in the EGR. Was this one the mass? This one might be the manifold absolute pressure. And then this one, oh, I can't remember. I'd have to go look back at the book. But anyways, I had to do some changing in it. This is the one off the 454. And it's actually got 3 wires. And the one that came off of the 94, the 2500, it was only 2 wires. So I put this on. It seems to work out okay. I did run it for a while with the 454 computer. It grossly overfueled, so you can't really do that. The other thing was a throttle position sensor was different. 3 wires, same colors, just different end on it, and then same with this idle. Oh, no, I have to look again. I usually work on stuff carbureted. This is actually quite new to me. It was actually a lot of fun. But anyways, same thing again. This was a 4-pin. It has all the same wires. Just had to put it all in and heat shrink and solder everything together. My voltages all stayed the same, no problems. This is obviously out of the 454 here, just this connector onto the injector. That just bolted right on or snapped right on the way it was supposed to. Nothing changed there. Throttle linkage, cruise control, all that stuff. It should all work. I haven't drove it yet, but I can't see why it wouldn't. I used the rad out of the 454 because this truck had a new rad in it. Somebody had spent a lot of time and money on this truck. Of course, none of the bolts were tight, and the wiring was a disaster, and so I spent a lot of time fixing that. I've been about 5 weeks at it, kind of after hours and whatever other time. I was going to take everything and all wash it, but here the last 2 weeks it's just brutal cold, so I didn't do that. And then I've been sick for the last week. I haven't done anything on that. I've got the clutch pedal in, obviously, and down there. Emergency brake works. I haven't got this out. I'm just going to take that pin out like I said in my other video. We've got the shifter all in and mounted. I just got to bolt down the boot yet. I had to do some adjusting here in the shifter. Computer sits in behind the glove box, real easy to change. The centerpiece there, I'm just going to paint that a blue one in it. I'm going to paint it brown so it matches. And yeah, it's kind of where we're at. If anybody's got any questions, you could leave something in the comments. I might be able to answer it. Did find out, kind of in underneath here, there was some oddball things. The drive shaft, front drive shaft, was actually shorter on a 3500 because the front diff is so big. I can't seem to find, you can't really see very well in here, but the reverse switch is way up on the top. I put everything in and didn't plug in the reverse switch. I can't get my hand up in there to do it. I'm not taking this thing out to do it. Just use the 350 exhaust, bolt it up where it's supposed to, no problem. Rear drive shaft, was no issues there. Like I said, like from a Ford to working on this thing, this is unbelievably much easier. So anyways, yeah, that's really about it. The truck turned in a much bigger project than what I was hoping. I was just hoping to have something to pull my fifth wheel trailer into the bush and my wife to take dump runs. But anyways, ended up into a much bigger project than that. I think it's going to be a nice little pickup when it's all done. All right, thanks.